Hey, Bill Woodward, thank you for staying in this long. Just to rehash, water contracts with the town of Silver City, New Mexico. Our neighbors have had one since 1945, 80 years. No price adjustment in it, so what they're getting paid is a pittance of what it should be if it's adjusted for inflation. My family, 1967. Iron fist in this town. They just will not work with you. So my mom died November of 23, so it became my fight. And my mom and dad had fought a lot. Serious lawsuit in the 80s. Actually thought that they had a little bit of leverage. Lawfare. Too much money, too long time. They couldn't keep up. So January, decided to go to a council meeting. Thought that they were still recording stuff. They weren't, so you don't see that one. But it's kind of funny. Manager Brown, I was out of context, so he sees me. I think he kind of recognized me, but it's like, I know this guy, but who is he? Until they said my name, and then he runs up to the mayor, and they start talking. And I know he doesn't want me talking. But giving the mayor credit, he did allow us to talk. And we just wanted to be on the agenda. And, gave him a brief exclamation, 57 years at that date. So we wait, and about a month later, we get this letter back from Manager Brown. And this is where the second video comes in. And in his little letter, he CC'd all the council and the mayor that he had no idea that my dad was upset. Well, that's bullshit, but yeah, Dad and him had gone rounds for years. Made a few little concessions to us. We allowed them to bring in some more water rights, and they allowed us to move water rights down to their infrastructure. So then we, just explaining the water rights themselves. There's a written, there's an order. And representative of the state engineer in Deming decided to split them. It was probably unique. I don't know that much about water law, but I've never heard anybody else have that. So then we get into the contract. We give everybody a copy of the contract, so we're all on the same page. And we're not asking for back pay, okay? For those, at the time, it was 57 years. There's no way that they're gonna do that. That would have to be a lawsuit, and I'm not financially in the position to do that. I don't have the time to do it. Some verbiage in there that were adjusted to inflation. There's some land that they'll never use. It's on the wrong side of the Continental Divide for what water rights we have. The Franks Field is, they're on the west side of the Continental Divide. We're on the east side of the Continental Divide. It makes sense in my mind. All right, so then we wait, and we don't hear anything. We go back a month later, and this one is just kind of pissed that they're ignoring me. So try to shame them into doing something. About the 1st of June, we get a response back from the town manager. And he's still about 20 years behind time. He does put in a inflation adjustment in there. Doesn't want to, get into the rest of the contract. And so I respond back to him as to, all our points that we have. And then we start having, more one-on-one meetings with the councilors and the mayor. Typical politicians, they'll tell you exactly what you want to hear. And yeah, we're gonna try and help you out. And this goes on for, about a year, and finally we're to a point that they're not going to do anything. We've got elections coming up, and one counselor, I won't use her name, said, you know, really the best way to handle a situation like this is public shaming. Now, she meant it in a little more controlled context of at the town council meetings, but let's involve everybody. I'm having fun doing this. Yeah, typical problem all across the country. You know, we have these elected officials that we hold to a high standard, and here we have term limits on them. So if they're not doing their job, you know, we can get them out of there. Problem is all the unelected bureaucrats. So Mr. Brown's been in his position for well over 30 years. He's got a lot of pull. He has more pull than he should, because we basically don't have a town council. We have a little king. And then the next story. So there's another ranch involved. And this is getting a little bit long, but please watch another one. Okay, thank you.